Chapter 3. A Vanishing Trail. Nancy woke the next morning with the mystery still tugging at her thoughts. The clues she'd gathered so far, Crowley's kindness, the families he cherished, and that curious old clock felt like pieces of a puzzle that refused to settle into place. Determined to learn more, she set out again, this time to visit another family Crowley had often spoken of, the Matthews. The Matthews lived on a quiet stretch of road, their home worn but welcoming. Mrs. Matthews greeted Nancy with a tired smile, grateful for the company. As they talked, Nancy learned that Crowley had visited them frequently, always bringing laughter and small gifts for the children. He had hinted more than once that he hoped to make things easier for them someday. But, like the others, they had received nothing after his death. While Nancy listened, a sudden commotion outside caught her attention. A delivery truck had stopped at the end of the lane, and two men were unloading furniture, items the Matthews were being forced to sell to pay their debts. The sight stirred something fierce and protective in Nancy. She stepped outside, spoke calmly with the men, and managed to delay the removal long enough for Mrs. Matthews to make arrangements. It wasn't a solution, but it bought the family precious time. Back inside, Mrs. Matthews mentioned something that made Nancy's pulse quicken. Crowley had once brought his old clock to their home too. He'd set it on the mantel, wound it carefully, and told the children it was full of surprises. Then, just as quickly, he had taken it with him again. Another clue, another thread leading back to that same mysterious clock. As Nancy drove away, she felt the urgency of the mystery deepen. Someone had hidden the truth and perhaps hoped it would stay hidden forever. But Nancy Drew wasn't the sort of girl to let a trail go cold. The secret was out there, waiting, and she was getting closer.